Welcome to Life Hackacademy, a place where learning life hacks is fun. Let's get started. Have you ever been angry at someone who does not understand what you are telling him? Or have no idea what your boss wants you to do? All kinds of problems like this are because of miscommunication. Miscommunication is actually the cause of 70% of our social conflicts. Sometimes when you think that people are rude or arrogant, it's just because of poor communication between you. And it can easily be fixed if one of you is better at it. That's why it is so important to be a good communicator, not only in the workplace but also at home and among friends. Today, in Life Hackacademy, we are going to talk about communication. So, what is communication? We define it as information exchange between a speaker and a listener, or as we'll refer it, a sender and a receiver. And who's responsible for having a proper communication? The sender or the receiver of information, or both of them? Maybe no one. To solve that, you have to understand that there are 3 stages in your mind before you start communicating with someone. Stage 1 is feeling a certain need, like being hungry. Stage 2 is having a motive, like wanting to eat, in order to stop feeling hunger. Stage 3 is having an exact goal. For example, I want to eat some chicken meat, or maybe just a salad. The final stage is communicating it, like ordering in a restaurant. So, the need, the motive and the goal belong to the information sender. Therefore, it is his or her responsibility to do it right. For example, if you order something that is not on the menu, you won't get it. And that's on you. The waiter can give you feedback, but cannot be responsible for what you want to eat. Now that we know it is the sender's duty to communicate as clearly as possible, let's see why that's not an easy job. Imagine that this square of information is what you want to communicate to the other fellow. Fortunately or not, people think on average 5 times faster than they speak. So, while forming our words and sentences, we can't communicate all the information that spontaneously appears in our mind. The square turns into a circle. Then it's time to speak up. But talking does not sound as cool as you imagined it. And you change your way of expression along the way. People think in images but are forced to express themselves in words. The circle becomes an ellipse. These are the barriers that information faces just to get past your lips. But that's only the beginning. There are more barriers to get that information to the listener's ears. There are language barriers and accents. It can be noisy. Or the listener is simply not paying attention. The ellipse becomes a rhombus. Next, we have the receiver's interpretation. People think in images, remember. The receiver tries to visualize what he's heard, but the rhombus becomes a triangle. A triangle is certainly not the square we initially tried to communicate. Different people interpret information differently. Good communication requires a lot of experience and lots of time spent with the listeners, so that you can get used to their interpretation and smoothen all other barriers. Keep in mind that people do not respond to what you've said, but to what they have heard. All social conflicts are because of someone saying something, or someone hearing something, or someone understanding in some way what someone else said. But these are all subjective and personal feelings. It might just be miscommunication, not worth the conflict at all. Although it is the sender's responsibility to communicate well, the receiver can help a little, by often giving a feedback. You don't necessarily have to say something as a feedback. Nodding your head can be enough. Using your body language is a powerful tool, both for the sender and the receiver. Actually, only 7% of all communication is verbal. Visual communication is 55%. This includes body language, your clothing style, accessories, even tattoos. Well, that does not add up to 100%. We forgot the paraverbal communication. It is a whopping 38% of all communication. Paraverbal communication includes your speaking tone, your accent, the power of your voice, rhythm, clarity and more. Communication skills can be improved mostly by practicing them. So, don't be shy. Go out there and talk to people. Keep in mind that after 2 hours your listeners will remember just 50% of what you've said. and after one day no more than 15%. However, people will remember for a very long time how you made them feel. So, try focusing on their feelings, instead of overthinking every word you say. We believe that you have the potential to be an awesome communicator. Thanks for watching. Our audience is our motivation. You can support us by clicking like or subscribing to our channel. See you soon.